If you are over 65, there may be charges coming out of your pocket right now that you no longer need to pay or never should have paid without asking one question first. And in 2026, when a small Social Security increase can disappear into Medicare premiums, drug costs, bank fees, insurance add-ons, and utility bills, ignoring these charges can make your next check feel smaller before it even arrives. By the end, you will know 7 charges to question before you pay, and the simple steps that may help you keep more of your money. Here is the danger most retirees do not see right away. One unnecessary charge usually does not ruin a budget. $10 here, $25 there, a higher copay one month, a late fee the next, a planned premium you forgot to compare, a subscription you stopped using but never canceled. By itself, each one feels too small to fight. But when you live on a fixed income, small leaks become monthly damage. If your Social Security check is your main source of income, you do not have the same room to recover that a working household might have. A surprise Medicare bill can push back a utility payment. A bank fee can trigger another fee. A missed discount can make groceries tighter. A drug cost can force you to choose between refilling a prescription now or waiting until the next check arrives. If you do nothing, the risk is not always one big financial disaster. Sometimes the risk is slower and more frustrating. Your check comes in, and before you even touch it, more of it is already spoken for. You may pay bills that could have been reduced, charges that could have been waived, or costs that could have been avoided by asking the right office the right question. So before your next Social Security check arrives, here are 7 charges every senior should question first. Number 1, Medicare premium deductions you never reviewed. The first charge to check is the one many seniors stop noticing because it happens automatically. Your Medicare premium. For many people, the Part B premium is taken directly from the Social Security payment before the money ever reaches the bank. That means your check can feel smaller, but you may not immediately connect it to Medicare. The mistake is assuming that every deduction is permanent and impossible to lower. Some seniors with limited income and resources may qualify for help through their state, including Medicare savings programs. These programs may help pay certain Medicare costs, depending on your income, resources, and state rules. Here is a realistic example. A retired widow gets her Social Security deposit every month. She notices her check did not stretch as far after groceries and prescriptions. She blames inflation, and inflation may be part of it, but she never checks whether she qualifies for help with her Medicare premium. For months, she keeps paying a cost that she might have been able to reduce. Most people miss this because nobody is standing at the mailbox saying, "Ask about this today." You usually have to check. You usually have to apply. You usually have to call your state Medicaid office, Social Security, Medicare, or your state health insurance assistance program and ask. Before you pay another month without question, look at your latest Social Security benefit statement or Medicare notice. Find out what is being deducted. Then ask whether you qualify for a Medicare savings program in your state. And the next charge is even easier to overlook because it often hides inside the plan you already chose. Number 2, prescription drug costs that changed after you enrolled. The second charge is your prescription drug cost. This may be from a standalone Part D plan or drug coverage inside a Medicare Advantage plan. The trap is simple. You choose a plan, then assume your medicine will stay affordable all year. But formularies, pharmacy networks, deductibles, tiers, and copays can make the same medication cost very different depending on the plan and pharmacy. A senior may take 3 common prescriptions and think there is no reason to compare plans. Then January arrives, and one drug moves to a higher tier, or the preferred pharmacy changes, or a deductible applies before the plan starts paying the way they expected. Suddenly, the plan that looked cheap on premium is not cheap at the pharmacy counter. Most people miss this because they compare the monthly premium first. That is understandable. A $0 or low premium looks attractive. But the real cost of drug coverage is not only the premium. It is the total cost, premium, deductible, co-pays, co-insurance, and whether your exact medicine is covered at a preferred price. Your action step is to make a medication list before you choose or keep any plan. Write down the name, dose, and how often you take each prescription. Then, compare the plan using your actual drugs and your actual pharmacy. Also ask about extra help if your income and resources are limited. Extra help may reduce prescription drug costs for people who qualify. This next mistake looks harmless, but it can quietly change how much you keep each month. Number 3, bank fees that hit fixed income accounts again and again. The third charge is bank fees, monthly maintenance fees, overdraft fees, paper statement fees, out-of-network ATM fees, minimum balance fees. These charges may not sound like a retirement finance issue, but for someone living mainly on Social Security, they can become a monthly drain. Imagine a retiree whose check arrives on Wednesday, but an automatic bill hits on Tuesday night. The account goes negative by a small amount. Then the bank charges a fee. Another payment comes through. Another fee appears. By the time the Social Security deposit arrives, part of the check is already gone because of timing, not because the person bought anything new. Most seniors miss this because they think that is just how banks work. But not every account is the same. Some banks and credit unions offer senior checking, low-fee checking, paper statement options, overdraft protection choices, or ways to turn off certain overdraft services. The key is not to assume the fee is untouchable. Before your next check, review the last 3 months of bank statements. Circle every fee. Then call the bank and ask 3 direct questions. Is there a senior account with no monthly fee? Can this fee be waived? Can I set up alerts or change payment dates so my bills do not hit before my check arrives? Do not be embarrassed to ask. Banks hear these questions every day. The person who asks often keeps more money than the person who stays silent. And the next one is where many retirees lose money without ever seeing a warning letter. Number 4, utility bills without senior, low income, or hardship discounts. The fourth charge is the utility bill you pay at full price without checking for help. Electricity, gas, water, trash, phone, and internet can quietly rise year after year. Many seniors pay the bill because they are responsible people. They do not want to fall behind. But they may never ask whether a senior discount, budget billing plan, energy assistance program, or hardship program exists. A retired couple may keep the thermostat lower in winter and still struggle with the heating bill. They cut back on groceries, delay a dental visit, and blame themselves. But in their county, there may be a local energy assistance program, a utility discount, or a payment arrangement that could prevent the bill from crushing the month. Most people miss this because utility help is often local. It may depend on state, county, income, household size, age, disability, or energy burden. There is not one single national answer for everyone. That is why many seniors never find it. They do not know which door to knock on. Your action step is simple. Before you pay the next high utility bill, call the number printed on the bill and ask for the senior discount, low-income program, hardship program, budget billing plan, or energy assistance referral. Also check your local area agency on aging or a trusted benefit screening service. This is not about avoiding responsibility. It is about not paying full price when a legal program may exist to help you stay safe in your home. Number 5, insurance add-ons and duplicate coverage. The fifth charge is extra insurance you may not need or coverage that overlaps with something you already have. This can include dental discount plans, vision plans, hospital indemnity plans, cancer policies, accident policies, life insurance riders, identity protection add-ons, roadside assistance add-ons, and other monthly charges that sound useful when sold, one at a time. The danger is not that every extra policy is bad. Some may be helpful for the right person. The danger is paying for several small policies without understanding what they actually cover, what they exclude, and whether you already have similar protection somewhere else. Picture a 72-year-old man who signs up for a dental discount plan, a separate vision plan, a hospital cash policy, and an identity protection service. Each charge seems small, but together they take a meaningful piece of his monthly check. Later, he discovers one plan is only a discount program, not insurance. Another has a waiting period. Another pays only under narrow conditions. Most people miss this because the monthly cost is designed to feel manageable. It does not feel dangerous until you add everything together. Your action step is to list every insurance-related charge on your bank statement and credit card statement. Then ask, what does this actually pay for? When does it not pay? And do I already have this coverage through Medicare, Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan, a former employer plan, a union plan, or another policy? Before you sign, renew, or keep paying, make the charge prove its value. Number 6, late fees, penalties, and automatic renewals. The 6th charge is money lost because of timing. Late fees on credit cards, reconnection fees on utilities, penalties for missed premiums, automatic renewals for services you no longer use. These are not always large at first, but they punish seniors who are already trying to stretch every dollar. This often happens when bill dates do not match check dates. Your Social Security may arrive on one schedule, but your bills may be due on another. If the due date comes before the deposit, you may be forced to pay late or use a credit card. Then interest begins. This is where the cost begins, not with the original bill, but with the fee attached to being a few days short. Most people miss this because they treat due dates as fixed, but many companies will move a due date if you ask. Credit cards, utilities, phone companies, insurance companies, and subscription services may be able to adjust billing dates. They may also waive a first late fee, especially if you have a good history. Your action step is to line up your bills with your income. Write down the date your Social Security arrives. Then write down every bill due date. If a bill comes too early, call and ask to move the due date to a safer time of the month. Also, check automatic renewals. If you do not use it, cancel it before it renews. A forgotten renewal is still real money leaving your account. Number 7, paying bills before checking benefits you may qualify for. The 7th charge is not one bill. It is the habit of paying every bill before checking whether help exists. Many seniors qualify for some form of assistance and never apply because they assume the answer will be no. They think they have too much income, or they own a home, or they are not poor enough, or the paperwork will be impossible. But benefits are not always obvious. There may be help with food, Medicare costs, prescriptions, property taxes, rent, utilities, transportation, phone service, or local senior services. Some programs are federal, some are state. Some are county-based, some are run through nonprofits or local agencies. A senior may be careful, proud, and independent, yet still qualify for help that was created exactly for people in that situation. The tragedy is not needing help. The tragedy is paying more than necessary because nobody explained the options clearly. Most people miss this because they search for help only after a crisis. But the better time to check is before the shutoff notice, before the credit card balance grows, before the prescription is skipped, and before the next check is already gone. Your action step is to contact your local area agency on aging, state health insurance assistance program, state Medicaid office, or a trusted benefits screening resource. Ask what programs are available for someone your age, income, state, health needs, and household situation. The real problem is not just the bill itself. It is that most seniors were taught to pay first and question later. That habit can be expensive in retirement. When you were working, maybe you could absorb a fee, a higher premium, or a bad plan for a few months. But when your income is fixed, every recurring charge becomes more powerful. The hidden pattern is this: many retirement costs are adjustable, appealable, comparable, waivable, or replaceable. A Medicare cost may have a help program. A drug plan may have a cheaper option. A bank fee may be waived. A utility bill may have assistance. An insurance add-on may be unnecessary. A due date may be moved. A local benefit may exist, but only for the person who asks. This is why your next check must not be treated only as money coming in. It should also be treated as a warning system. If the check feels smaller, do not only ask what got more expensive. Ask what you are paying without review. Ask what changed. Ask what can be reduced. Ask what you can compare before you pay again. That one shift can protect more money than any single tip. So here is what to do next. First, check your latest Social Security statement, Medicare notice, bank statement, credit card statement, and prescription receipts. Do not guess. Look at the real charges. Second, circle every recurring payment, premiums, fees, subscriptions, add-ons, insurance plans, utilities, and automatic withdrawals. Third, call the official number on the card, bill, or government website. Do not use a random number from a text message, email, or social media post. Scammers know seniors are looking for help, and they use that urgency against them. Fourth, ask direct questions. Is there a senior discount? Is there a low-income program? Can this fee be waived? Can my due date be moved? Is there a cheaper plan? Do I qualify for Medicare savings programs, extra help, food assistance, utility assistance, or local senior benefits? Fifth, before making a major change to Medicare, taxes, insurance, legal documents, or investments, speak with a trusted professional or official counselor who understands your situation. This video is for general education, not personal, financial, tax, legal, or Medicare advice. But the next step is very personal. Before your next check arrives, question the charges that are already waiting to take a piece of it. If you want to protect your retirement income, watch the next video on screen because it explains another mistake many seniors do not catch until it is too late.